Hello, lady and gentleman, boy and girl. I am using singular on purpose. This is the Crystal Tomb. I am kcStranger, and we are joined today by an expanded cast. Welcome to LEFTino, whose character will be introduced in a little bit. Um, as always, the Crystal Tomb is brought to you by Tractor Blend and by XSplit Broadcaster. One day I will count up how many times I've shouted out Tractor Blend because he told me to give me 50 cents for each one. So last time, the party succeeded in felling the Baylor that Rietu Valdir, the Ashal wizard, had bound to her will. In no small part due to the overwhelming strength of Maxis brought on by his magical bracers. Also, honorable mention to Colleen for keeping everybody alive when the Baylor exploded violently upon death, using
I
a
had 3
well-timed ball of
health.
force. He did, and I rolled triple ones on the final damage roll against him.
Yeah.
1 and 2, 16 kids. All right, yeah, so then they turned to the curiously frozen hobgoblin and children contained in a dome of light. The gnome, Corin Melnor, walked toward them, as if coming out of the light itself, and said that he was responsible for freezing the ritual. He then offered that the ritual could probably be turned back on Rieta, and the party accepted his aid. A bright light overcame their vision, and when they were again aware, they were standing over the dead body of the hobgoblin. Most of her possessions were slagged to worthlessness, but Colleen did retrieve the wizard's spellbook, and Maxis destroyed the magical ruby, which they had set out to unmake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that thing. The cursed ruby, right? Although it's not.
Oh no.
It's not the same one. It's not the same one.
Oh, good.
Spoiler.
Well, you could have reasoned this. Well, actually, nah, maybe I gave some small away. Anyways, it doesn't matter. After that, the party tended to the boy and girl, who turned out to be Rose and Connor Wheelwright, the mayor's children. Rose awoke first and immediately asked for the heart-shaped pendant that Fallon had retrieved to be returned to her brother. Then Connor arose and asked what was to be done next. The party ultimately decided to remain at the Wheelwright's home for a night in order to recover, before seeking to escape the magical thorns and lava that still covered Westeros. At this point, I want to remind the group that everybody should be fully recovered, except that I believe Fallon is giving up a 3rd level slot for Conjure Animals. If you spent more than half your what's it called? Hit dice, you only get half of them back. Also, Colleen has 1 level of exhaustion. Other than those things, you should be at full on everything. Also, at this point, Colleen probably would have checked out the spell book, given that she had a long night to look at it. So I will remind you that if you find spells in a spell book, you do still have to pay gold and stuff and take time to copy them over. That being said, you find a pretty substantial number of goodies inside this. So I just sent that to you on Discord, and I'll just let you process that on your own time. All right. So
Can you remind me why I'm down a conjure animal spell?
Because you had to get away from the mayor's house, and my presumption was that you were using the same method that you used before. If you
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we were already awake. Go on.
Yeah. Unless anyone has anything that you particularly wanted to do that night, I was going to skip to the next day.
Got it.
All right, cool.
Did you design the spellbook for me?
So here's the thing. There were alternate paths this could have taken that would have involved Rieta taking a more active role in things. So she had, this isn't much of a spoiler, she had a complete character sheet and was a level 18 wizard.
I just like I haven't even heard of some of these spells, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, you can look them up.
Yeah.
I spent more time than I should have on her character sheet, as it turns out. But you know what you're gonna do. All right. So we pick off slightly. We pick up slightly before the point where you left off last time. You approach the camp in the woods where you left the resistance group that met you when you first came to Westeros. As you approach, you see to your. Actually, I don't have a great image for this, so whatever. I'll just leave. I'll just throw it over here. You see, to your mild surprise, Kane making friendly conversation with Reuben Glasswater, the leader, and a large, gregarious man who looks every bit the stereotypical blacksmith. The other man and woman are looking on. Also present is Marta, the young wizard who helped you teleport to Westeros. And actually, as you approach, the woman lifts her head and looks towards your group. Rose? Connor! She shouts and runs towards them. And Aunt Ingrid! Connor shouts back, and the three of them run towards each other and embrace as you approach. And you hear the sounds of sort of muffled crying and whatnot. But yeah, Kane is there.
Oh yeah, we picked up kids.
So you did.
Sorry, I forgot about that. So how the hell did you get over here, Kane? See, are you within earshot?
Yeah, he's totally within earshot.
I thought you got sucked into a portal of doom or something.
Just take small detours.
Who is it? Who's there?
It's absolutely savage. So, are we? Are we just like waiting to go back to the city?
Yeah,
or is there still stuff going on around us?
I was giving people a moment in case anyone wanted to do anything or say anything in particular with this group of people. But if not, you sort of stand around awkwardly for a moment, and then.
What y'all been up to?
What?
Say, what y'all? Wait, hold on. Is that when the one guy with them?
What one?
Cleric guy?
Who?
Cleric.
No.
No, Aaron is not there. Oh no,
Okay.
Excuse me. I my bad. Aaron is there at this point.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
So, how'd the thing go that you guys were doing? I totally forgot. Totally remember what you were supposed to do.
Well, I guess we were just supposed to destroy that thing, right? Was this a job where we got paid? I don't actually remember.
There was some vague promise of recompense.
That King's Ale's really good. Like, really good. Maybe we should ask him to have another feast because we have destroyed the stuff.
Did I already call back to Uncle?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool.
And you would have gotten just sort of an generically affirmative reply.
What the fuck?
It's the best kind of reply.
Okay, so as you all sort of stand around catching up, the young wizard pipes up and says, not to hurry you too much, but shall we get back to Citadel?
I'd look at us. Is that where we're going? I mean, I'm assuming, but we also talked about going to like 7 different places at this point, so
It's only been what, like a couple days. It feels like it's been a really long time since I've seen you guys. What were the options again?
It's been less than a day. No, it's been about a day.
It's been like a day, but it feels like such a long time. What were we doing?
It's been a
Well,
day.
Yeah.
this has been a long ass day. Yeah. I guess let's go back to the capital because I think the only other things was we had a lead on another deal, but I don't think we can. That was off the island, wasn't it?
Depends what you mean by deal.
The one of the items. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the actual name. Yes, the vestiges. Thank you.
Fallon knows the location of 3 of them, and they are indeed all outside of an Andrew. So Marta looks over at you and says, very well, if you will, and she sort of gestures towards the golden teleportation ring on the ground. Just everybody in there, and I'll have you back in mere moments. So assuming you all sort of crowd inside, she steps in as well, and for about a minute, she actually wanders around the outside of the circle, sort of making gestures and muttering. Then she steps in, gives a final wave of her hand, and you experience sort of a wash of color sort of through the rainbow. The world sort of twists, but without any sort of, sickening feeling, just like sort of like a kaleidoscopes almost. And then when it twists back into focus, you're standing in the courtyard in Citadel. Or actually, no, excuse me. You actually appear in a small room. Based on the stone walls and green tapestry, you're pretty sure you've returned to the castle. Stepping outside, your suspicions are confirmed. Ernan is immediately flagged down by an attractive middle-aged woman, who you learn is his mother. And after brief goodbyes, he leaves, passing to Maxis a ring of black steel inlaid with 6 gems in the shape of a hexagon, a rainbow of colors. And around the settings, Maxis, you notice that small engraved dragons fly head to tail.
Sick.
What do you do with the ring?
Will it at all fit on my hand? Does it one ring and reform to be my hand size?
Well, what do you do? Are you inspecting it? Are you just going to try to put it on?
Yeah, no, this is...
Put it on.
This is dumb, but I'm going to put it on.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
What would Kane do?
So, you're not so sure because your hands are pretty different in size from Erinan's. But you sort of lose focus for a moment as you absentmindedly push it against your finger. And you look down to realize that it is in fact on. And fairly comfortably.
That's nice.
Alright.
Do I feel anything different happen? It's just a cool chill ring?
Yeah, feels normal. It's a little bit ornate, but other than that, feels fine.
Not really my style, but I'll take it. I say that it's not my style, but the last time I did wear that one guy's blazer after... You know what? It's fine. We can continue.
I mean, so the question is, it's not anyways, we won't go there. So shortly after that, you're approached by a guard. Once again, Colleen and Kane. You recognize this as Braddock Greystone, the soldier with whom you gambled outside the wall and actually won a fair bit of money off of him. Wait,
when was this?
This was when you were back in Citadel, when you tried to get through the wall into the nice part of town and you didn't have any papers at first, so you had to wait there for a while. This was a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
good at cheating.
That said, it was 3 or 4 days ago in game time. Anyways, 4 days, I think.
This is so jarring, Casey.
He sort of sheepishly looks at the two of you and says, "Hey there." And then he straightens a little bit and he says, "If you'll come by me, you're wanted by Prince Brennan and Princess Moira."
Oh,
We're already by you, buddy.
Uh,
We're literally right here.
who's
Well
gonna
then,
talk to Moira
sounds
now?
good.
he spins and says, "Follow me then."
Alrighty.
He leads you down a hallway that you don't recognize and into another side room. The room is simple but well appointed, bearing only a large, elegant mahogany table, chairs, a side table bearing some light refreshments. Fairly simple but nice. Just like water, lemonade, some small cakes of some kind. In conversation at the front of the room are Brennan Steeltree, Moira's older brother, and Moira herself. They pause in conversation as they see you enter and turn to greet you. And actually, at this point, well, actually, wait, no, let me think. I'm not going to do that quite yet. So first, so Moira smiles, and Brennan looks at you and says, "Oh, thank you all for coming. How did your errand go? Well?"
If you can call it an errand.
Yes, of
sorry.
course. It went perfectly. I was there the whole time.
He shrugs a little bit and says, "I'm sorry. Admittedly, it was a bit more than an errand. We've been preoccupied with what's been going on here, but we very much appreciate what it sounds like you all have done."
Is something else going on besides the imminent invasion?
Well, the invasion is no longer imminent. The hammer struck, if you will. Luckily for us, they seemed to lose their coordination rather early into the attack. And, well, and actually at this point, while he's mid-explanation, I am going to scene shift a little bit. Kruk. Yeah, you. You sit waiting in the guest room that you were granted, considering the events of the last days and weeks. Then you hear a knock at the door and open it to see a guard. He says, "Sir, the individuals you were asking about have arrived. They're in conversation with the Prince and Princess as we speak. If you like, I will bring you to them."
Yes.
Very well, after me. And we pick up, actually, Brennan is mid-explanation when the door opens and an unfamiliar dwarf enters the room. And I think at this point, it makes sense to just do a full round of character descriptions. So let's just start at the right with LEFTino and go left from there. Just everybody describe sort of basic physical appearance of your character.
Okay. Crook is bald with a white beard that is sort of kept down, and then almost Fu Manchu style. The mustache comes all the way down and bead on each one of them, and it's all white, and his eyes are like golden flecks of green dancing around in them. Much older dwarf wearing just plain vestments, just almost like a tassel, or not tassel, tabard, just down. His chest is bare. And
do you have the chain shirt on, actually?
Would not be wearing it right now, I don't think.
Okay.
Would not be wearing it right now.
Kung Fu
Yeah.
classifications, Casey.
But just like bare, muscly chest, like ripped to no end. And then just buff dude. Plain dude.
Dude.
All right, Maxis.
Okay, so Maxis is a very tall Goliath, but he's fairly fit and trim, I suppose. He's also fairly ripped, but he is probably more whipcord than most Goliaths actually normally are. His tattoos are actually they're very rounded, and there's a lot of curves as opposed to points or anything like that, and they are asymmetrical. They're much heavier on the left side of his body than they are on the right. And I'm probably wearing like just my cast off stuff. That's probably getting pretty ragged right now. My shirt's probably looking pretty ragged. But like all of my other furs and boots and all that shenanigans is probably still pretty good. And I think I have some kind of bag on me right now, and then a very, very large axe. And then I have actually quite a bit of jewelry now. I have the pink stone around my neck, as well as a bone necklace and the ring that I have just gotten. So I'm a blinged out Goliath apparently.
All right, cool. Colleen.
Colleen is a young-looking elf, about 5'4", pale olive skin, green eyes with a little bit of gold that seems to run around the iris. She has a white hair with a pixie cut, very short and like high. She was a rather fitted green dress of a noble that's frayed around the bottom and the cuffs, and genuinely supposed to look more naive and bubbly, even though I've kind of been more sarcastic lately. Generally very warm and friendly demeanor.
Cool. Fallon. And Kamork, of course.
Yes. of
Oh
course.
yeah. Also, you notice that Colleen, do you have your friends with you?
Fabrizio is probably in my cloak.
I'm referring to your three.
Only the barbarian's alive. Still.
No, you got two more. Remember?
No, I never made.
Oh, you
Bison,
never did.
because
Okay.
I passed out after I saved Maxis.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. She also has in tow what appears to be a zombified goblin. Although holding itself somewhat more
Naturally.
composed, yeah, than you would
Like-
expect from a zombie.
Like a regal zombie, or just like
No.
a not normal zombie?
Actually, this one
Indignant.
it has sort of like a clownish face, actually.
I'm
But
so happy that that's the one that survived.
Like that's the first thing Crook sees when he walks in. Just,
but I
That
mean,
little
again,
pink.
like
Is that the
as
one?
compared to a normal zombie, that would just be, you would expect like completely vacant eyes. This one, like, actually looks like it's like looking around with purpose. So,
We don't kink shame here. Get out of here.
all right. With that, we'll go to Fallon.
Was that the one whose clothes I took?
No.
Was it not? I forget.
Okay, so Fallon is a ranger. He's tall, swimmer's body. He's shaved head, red beard, and he's
Is everyone in our party bald?
except for
That's
Colleen.
That's fantastic.
Kane, probably.
Okay,
There's still
and
I'm not bald.
and then he's yeah, that's Fallon, what he looks like, and then Gamork is a black wolf that is mean looking.
All right, Kane.
Okay. Kane. First off, Kane is he's blue. Kane is blue. He has this kind of like wavy, like I don't know, like I guess it'd be like his chin or shoulder length hair. It's kind of gray, but not like old guy gray, but like, I don't know how to describe. But no beard or anything. Blue eyes, kind of built like a runner. It's like it's not very like muscly or anything. About 5'10" with at the moment, I think it still looks like I'm wearing messenger clothes. So I'm just gonna go with that. That he just has some like simple like pants and shirt for that you like a messenger would wear. I don't know. Casey, what do those look like?
Okay, you're still wearing what you were wearing before.
I never switched.
Okay,
So-
yeah. So he's wearing what appears to be the uniform of some sort of city official.
That's not suspicious at all.
So, I mean, it's just a simple coat and pants, but it has a very, like, welcome to your local post office feel.
I am giving you such a look right now.
I forgot I was still wearing this, but you know, RP, I never switched.
All right.
So yeah, he has a rapier, and he's always looking around at stuff. He's kind of shifty-eyed. Yeah.
All right. So with this, let me think here. So, Crook, I will say that you have probably run into Brennan Steeltree, who is the king's eldest son at this point. Probably not Moira. So let me pull up their explanation. Okay, yeah. So Brennan is just a like a human in his late 20s who's got to pronounce. Oh, actually, no, you wouldn't know that. Just a very sort of composed, slightly stiff individual. Probably would have done a little bit of the early, like showing you to your room and stuff like that. Next to him is his sister Moira, who is a younger lady with sort of scarlet red hair, clever green eyes, sort of an expressive face, very fit, would definitely be considered attractive. So at this point, Brennan says, hello, Crook. Thank you for joining us. By the way, this is my sister, Moira. And Moira nods and says, nice to meet you.
Sure.
Let me try to adjust your volume real quick.
You say crook, like a scoundrel.
I can also move my mic.
Fallon leans over to Clayton and says, does he look like he has good bones?
Well, I must admire his form just a little bit.
OMG, here we go.
I assume Clayton just sizes everyone up for what their zombie could be.
That's brilliant. So at this point, Brennan sort of coughs and says, so I was just explaining to the rest of them what's been passing in Citadel. So he shrugs and says, honestly, the fighting has been going better, far better than we feared, although there's certainly been quite a bit of damage, and it's still going on in many places. Someone on our side had the bright idea of storing up very large quantities of holy water and flooding the city. It was rather more dilute than usual, but it helped turn the tide.
When did this happen?
Literally.
Oh, I've been carrying around vial of that for like ever, and I just keep forgetting to use it while I'm hitting demons in the face with an axe.
Yeah,
We
I mean, you
also-
can throw it at them. The main thing that holy water is actually useful for is if you get subjected to some sort of bad effect by a demon, you can often cure it with holy water.
Like possession?
Well, that was a ghost.
Oh, damn.
The honest truth is, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't think holy water works on that, but I don't know off the top of my head. Anyways, Brennan shrugs and says, that being said, everyone is still rather engaged at the moment. Where maybe we can get things to calm down in a day or two, but for now it's rather touch and go, which actually brings me to my next point. Could I perhaps ask one more favor of your group, which should at least be much smaller than the previous one? He sort of hesitates for a moment and then continues. The High Priest of Innys is trapped in the cathedral at the center of University Square. I was wondering if you would be able to escort him back to safety.
Now, does that statement bother Crook at all?
Per the last bit of your introduction, yeah,
Okay.
it does bother you a little bit.
I don't. Are we doing things? Do we have? It seems like an easy job. Are we?
Well,
Are all the demons out of the city then, or there's still fighting going on?
Moira says, no, there's still fighting going on in many places. It's rather dangerous out there, which is why she looks over at Brennan. We're bunkered down here, but we think it'll be cleaned up. But Brennan says the priest Pendulon being stuck in the temple, with Innys's power being absent at the moment, that's not a safe location.
I was gonna say, if any of the clergy of Innys are there, we have to do it.
For money.
Kind of elbow you.
I
know.
return the
I'm like
elbow.
looking out the window to see if there are any fights going on, and just bust up laughing at that comment.
Okay, it would actually be an interior room that you're in,
Oh,
so yeah, you probably
All
just
right.
Staring at a wall.
So Moira pipes up and says, so if you're good for it, I had an idea as to how you might most easily accomplish this.
Fallon interjects and says, if you're good for it, we can...
Okay, interesting. Just a second, let me pull up her character sheet.
Yeah, check her accounts.
I need you. Let me see, which one is it going to be?
Oh, while we're hanging out, can I cast Identify on Aaron's blue bottle that I repossessed?
Blue bottle. Oh, that. Okay, yeah. I will allow that you did that last night. It's a potion of frost giant strength.
Oh.
Sick.
Yeah, I actually looked that up last time after we got done. Okay, so Fallon, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I forgot that he gave me a trashy romance novel when he left too. I was so excited.
All right.
Do I get advantage?
It doesn't matter because
Because you rolled a 20. Thank you.
as you
See what you got
no,
yourself
you don't
into?
get
This is what he does. This is what he does.
So as you make your quip in Moira's direction, she gives you an absolutely withering glare, and despite yourself, despite Fallon Fenris, you feel a little bit sheepish. I'm not going to say that you feel more than a little bit sheepish, because that's not consistent with your character, but you feel a little sheepish.
Okay, out loud, can I say, what is this sensation?
She turns back to the rest of the group and gives sort of a business-like smile. And she says, now, as I was saying, I have an idea as to how you might accomplish this. As you may know, there's a rather extensive sewer system that runs under the city. One that, and she sort of glances just with her eyes towards her brother, I know rather well. If you would like, I could perhaps go with you as navigator, and we could make the entire way underneath the city. And with that, Brennan sort of turns around, turns towards her and says, you mean give them directions, right? And Moira sighs and leans back and says, they'll get lost if I don't go with them. I could, she waves her hand. Whatever you guys want, I can give you directions too.
Before, do we want to do that immediately? Because we might need to, well, I mean, if the city's fighting, I can't probably actually divide up this barrel of scotch that we have. So that's unfortunate.
Moira says, excuse me, did you say barrel of scotch?
Yes, I have a barrel of scotch.
Where did you find this barrel of scotch?
I did not. I liberated it. There's a very large difference from a demon who is also a jackass hiding in a well. And it is 18-year-old scotch from the Northwest Halfling territory. Is really good shit.
She says, she looks towards Brennan and says, I'm sure we can arrange safe storage for a barrel of scotch if absolutely necessary. It will, of course, remain completely unmolested. She looks up towards you and smiles pleasantly.
I was just say, I her and be like, you're friends with Erden. Who are you joking right now?
She rolls her
got you there.
eyes and says, whatever you want to call it. Sure, friends.
Kane just nods.
Clean also nods.
This is fine.
Are you looking to leave the barrel of scotch here?
I mean, it is like
taking up pretty much your entire bag of holding.
I just say it is taking up like almost the entire bag of holding, so we should probably get rid of it for right now. So yeah, can I? Because it's 125 pounds.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you take out the bag of holding, you turn it upside down, and you sort of reach in for the barrel of scotch, and it sort of thunks onto the ground right there. Impressed eyebrows get raised, and Moira looks over at Brennan and says, that doesn't get touched.
Do I get like a ticket or no? Okay. It's fine.
Okay.
So, where are we taking you, buddy?
Well, Brennan says, you don't really need Moira, do you?
Did I look at everyone else?
Moira is looking... Moira sort of has her sulk on at this moment. But...
I mean, I'm not the worst at finding my way, but I'm sure there are other people that are better at it than I am. Probably including Moira. Oh, is my thing broken?
I heard you.
What?
Okay,
we
good.
heard
I heard you as well.
Yeah, no, we're just
My-
like adjusting
As-
cameras and leaning back in
Yeah,
chairs all around
Yeah,
right now.
I was just like all of the cameras were going crazy, so I was just like,
you.
I don't know if this is a people thing or if this is a Roll20 thing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Roll20. I was sort of in the same boat as you.
Okay.
Anyone else have any kind of response or anything to say?
You said there's no windows, right?
Correct.
Okay. Crux standing closer to the door, actually.
Uh-huh.
Sort of like leaning on the door frame. He goes,
We could also just, perhaps, above ground, maybe. You could point. We could walk. You don't have to go underground.
Fallon chimes in and says, "What's this wee business?"
Honestly, I don't know who they are. I don't care. I need to talk to them later, but I'll do it myself.
Right, okay. Well, Moira sort of looks left and right and says, at the very least, let me show you to a better way out of the castle than the front stair. That's likely to be watched by somebody. I can show you a more hidden way down.
Why can't we just walk out the front?
Because it's more likely things will attack you, is what she's suggesting.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But like, I'm kind of into that. It's like my whole bag.
You can certainly do it if you like.
That's up to y'all. I don't care.
Seeing as how I'm not included in this, you could point me to the front door.
How old are you?
Wait,
Old.
I don't think you're supposed to ask people that, Kane. Like, I realize.
Yeah, but like, are you sure you're not too old to be going out to dangerous stuff?
Old people can go outside, Kane.
But what if they like break a hip?
And what if you die?
I've done that already.
I mean,
it's all right.
He has done that already.
Crux is kind of.
It was a temporary annoyance.
I've
I got over it.
At this,
go figure. Nothing changed.
Brennan sort of pipes up and says, I can see I've skipped an important step in this explanation. As I said, this is Crook. I believe that if the rest of you talk to him, you will find that he may be someone worth having around. But I believe that's a private conversation, so I'll leave it to... he looks down at Gamork. He looks over at the zombie. The 6 of you.
Gamork looks proud.
The only tail wag that has happened for days.
And then Moira sort of sighs and says, so do you want to see the good way down or not?
Is this the one where there was weird gnome people hanging out? That one? Or is this a different one?
Moira's
Yeah, that was a
eyes
boring day.
get sort of a slightly alarmed look, and she says, no, not that one. What are you talking about, Maxis?
We found a
There was
gnome
nose that we
place.
I thought she was she not there?
I don't have any memory of this, Maxis.
I never said that
Wait,
you
is
were
she
there,
lying?
lady.
Give me an
Okay, she
insight
lied.
check.
Oh no, okay. This is gonna go well,
Okay.
guys. Or
I was asking.
I mean, Maxis can be dumb, but I just want to see if you are.
I have killed it.
Yeah, no, suddenly you realize that she really doesn't want you to talk about that. So do you, Kane.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? You all went down to that. It was really boring to go,
Kane,
but
shut your mouth. Why are you dressed as a messenger, by the way? What's up with that?
why are you? What is Maxis wearing again?
like a ripped up shirt that used to be fancy at one point.
Why are you wearing hobo clothes? I don't interrogate you about your attire.
I took. You know what? What? I look at Clean. Do I look like a hobo right now? Is that what this is? We have to go to the clothes store. I need a new coat. And
You want to go shopping?
ride me out. Yeah. I need maybe a fur or leather.
I
Probably
believe
not
I saw
leather.
that
Leather's
store,
too much.
but it was on
Like a
think it's-
fire.
double-breasted fur coat, please. Let's
I
get
I
on
think it's
that.
fire.
forward, guys.
Shopping
I
or
think
ransacking?
I mean, it's variable. It varies from minute to minute.
I think I struck a chord.
You guys probably have some sweet coats.
Brennan
I mean,
sets down a 2/3 empty cup of wine that he just poured for himself, and then he says, "Look, I'll give you a coat when you come back. Just, are you decided on your course?"
I high five Kane. Say free coats. Let's do
hell
it.
yeah. That deflection tactic worked out so well for me.
Okay, clarification. Free clothes for everyone if you can decide within the next 20 seconds which way you're going.
Front door.
All right, front door.
I mean,
I'll pass on the
Alright.
coat.
all right, I guess.
All right.
Do I
He calls out. He steps out, opens the door, steps outside, and you hear him talking out there. He says, "Braydock, they want to go out the front door." Okay. Show them out the front door. Does it have to be me? Just take them to the door, open it, let them through, and then close it. If you tell them what's out there, I told them enough. They want to go out the front door. All right. He steps into the doorway and says, "After me."
Well, now I just feel challenged.
I'm fine. We got three big ass dudes in front of us, Colleen. We'll be fine. I can hide too, need be. I'll be fine.
So before you go, Moira does slip what I guess Maxis. Maxis. She slips you a map of the city that has a very clear little red X over where the Cathedral of Innys is. So to give you some idea of this, it's gonna be right pretty much smack
Please
in the middle
ignore the numbers on the map. They have nothing to do with any of you.
of University Square. Yeah, I can get rid of the numbers. That's not-
And the
whoops.
blue sea. Nothing to do with you at all. Ignore it all.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so that's where you're going. So the guard leads you up to the front gate of the castle, and he shouts up to somebody in like a little room manning the gate, and he says, "Adrian, open the front gate." I think I misheard you. Can you repeat that? He said, "Open the front gate just a crack, let these folks through, and then we're gonna close it again."
Guys, I have some second thoughts about this.
Do you want to let them maybe see outside before we do that? Braydock looks over at you. Do you want to see outside?
Yes.
There's been too much buildup for Kane.
Guys,
I'll
Like-
say Crook went past his room real quick, grabbed the chain shirt, and probably threw it on.
Okay.
oh, thank God you're wearing a shirt now. I don't think I can take those giant old man pecs any longer.
Kane, you scamper up a set of stairs and sort of take a peek over the rail. down at the base, you see that the ground is actually... Well, okay, so there's the big stair that goes down from the castle. And that's mostly empty, but it's also sort of walled in on either side. And at the bottom, you can see what appears to be, in the distance, some skirmishing. And at the bottom... Actually, give me perception.
While that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
Crook pulls out something from his from like a little pouch on the side, and kind of takes a moment and looks through it and focuses on it, and starts speaking to the looking glass that he's holding.
Oh, interesting. Let me answer Kane first, and then I'm going to come back to you. Kane, you see sort of tucked away in a few of the buildings near the base of the stair, or sort of peeked around corners. At first, you just notice the glint of steel. Then you pick up on a couple goblins who aren't very well hidden. Then you notice sort of a very large toad-like creature. Then you notice movement through a window. It's another one of those 6-armed creatures with all the swords that you fought when you first arrived at Westeros. You realize that the base of the castle is crawling with unfriendlies.
Okay, so obviously there's a guard with me as he took me up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, and so let's go ahead back down.
Not recommended. The
Go
stair is
downstairs.
guarded, but not so much that.
Well, I mean just down to my party.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
down.
He was just okay. Crook, we're gonna return to you at this while you're going down the stair. Kane, we return to Crook.
Yeah, just kind of takes it, focuses on it, and mutters to himself,
I don't care about them, but this is going to be the better path.
and just wants to see if what it decides or what it says.
Okay. The light in one of the blue stones goes out.
Mm-hmm.
You are given a vision. Actually, multiple visions that flow one into another. You see yourself walking down the castle stair. Sort of sounds of distant fighting. You can see some burning buildings. You step down and make your way into the middle of the square. And at a moment, once you're sort of well away from the stairs in the corner between 4 buildings, you see from one side a giant demon wielding 6 swords. From another side, 2 sort of toad-like ones that come charging with their claws flailing. You see a number of goblinoids come out and start peppering the area with arrows. In some visions, the fight goes well. In others, it goes poorly. But at the very least, this seems like a hard road. And then you're given a second vision, wandering through a crevice in the rock. You don't know how you got there. There's sort of mucky green water flowing in a small creek beside you. You cross between a few large stones and then are out in the city once again. But in this vision, you walk for quite some distance unmolested until you see the Cathedral of Innys rising in front of you.
Pocket it. Nod.
All right, open the doors.
If he didn't say it, I was going to. Just FYI.
You hear a wheel sort of clink, and the door creaks open.
Wait. Hold on. Have I gotten to the bottom of steps yet?
Yeah.
The doors are open. Wait.
Oh, this I imagine you probably talk
Don't
around
open
the same
the doors.
Oh, I
Don't-
don't tell anybody anything.
time. Yeah, I know. You just said open the door. Okay, Kane, you reach the bottom of the steps as he says open the door. You have a moment to respond.
No, don't listen to that guy. Guys. There's a lot of dudes. I can't sneak up on all dudes. Just a lot of dudes. We should try and find a different way to go.
Is it more important for us to? I mean, they said they have the city clearing handled, but from that response, it does not sound like they have it handled. But who are we taking? Where again, Casey?
The task that you were given was to go to a cathedral, which is where the red X is, and basically guide the high priest of Innys back to safety. I forgot to mention this, but you would have been told that the most direct, secure area would be to actually take him over to Spear Point.
So there's too many. Go through that front gate. So just ignore what this old guy says.
Are you afraid of a challenge?
I mean, if you want to go out there, be my guest. I'll just sit back and watch.
Open the door.
Kane just
Braddock looks at the three of you who aren't speaking, and says, "Any opinions?"
This guy hates.
I mean, it sounds like we're supposed to probably get to this church fresh, so this doesn't seem to be the prudent action. And I just grind my teeth that entire time.
So
like, let's go out the back way.
Valen says, "We don't know the old man, and we never listen to him."
You're not. Okay, you make a good point.
Wait, what was the point of your comment, Valen? I'm sorry.
I was just pointing out to the Braddock that we don't know the old guy, so we're not following him, and then we never listen to Kane.
Okay.
This is an accurate statement.
So we have no option. We've canceled out both options. What is?
No, I mean, Kane was the one who was wanting to go like out front.
No, he just came down and said no.
No. He said
I get that.
All right.
When we left, I was like, yeah, front door sounds good.
All right.
And now Kane saw it and was like, oh wait, nope, never mind.
So yeah, let's go the quick way.
Okay. The guard looks up and says, "All right, the rest of them are going back. The old man wants out. Open the door."
Oh, I will so do this.
The door creaks open, just wide enough to be walked through.
Oh, it was a great session, guys.
Mr. Crook, I realize that you don't know us and don't particularly Claire, which is completely fair. But the prince and all those people that did kind of tell you that we might need help, which is, trust me, is very challenging being around us at all times if that's what you're looking for.
Hey, old guy. I bet you can't follow us. I bet you can't do.
I look at Kane.
Take your time.
Why do you actually think you're helping?
In Kane's mind, he's trying to use reverse psychology. Since
That
the guys
is understood
back down
by
to the
all
challenge.
lines.
This is Kane's attempts at.
All right, they're back to
psychology.
talking. Adrian, close the gate.
Bask in my intelligence. Bask in it.
Look,
All right, just
I'm
take
gonna-
us to the fucking
I'm
back
just
door.
gonna lay it all out there. Do any of you know who, Carulo is?
Wait, did he say Carullo?
Yeah.
I
Is it
I,
that-
I rubbed
Got
my
balance.
thumb on the last diamond in my wooden ring on my hand.
rope buddy? Right,
Hmm.
Casey?
Yeah.
Okay, you just hear Kane say, rope buddy. Doesn't say anything else. Kind of so staring off into the distance. To the middle ground.
Yes. Him.
Good old rope buddy. Everyone knows
That's why I'm here.
That explains nothing of why you're here. What?
Carulo
Just
sent
ask the
me.
question.
Carulo sent me. Simple.
Oh, we met
Yes.
Carullo that one time, didn't we?
Mhm.
They were pretty cool.
It's trebuchet. We prayed for a trebuchet.
Oh god.
Man.
I met him once.
Yeah, didn't we all meet him? Or is it just
No.
you?
I
No,
have
it's
not.
the- Well,
I have
not
no
you,
idea.
Maxis, but like
You
me.
say, didn't we all? But every time you say, didn't we all, it never includes me.
What?
We are on like session 90 of whatever.
I'm sorry, fam. I forget when you jumped in exactly.
I don't remember.
Okay. Listen. Old I might be, but screw you, first of all. Second of all,
That's
I
fair.
get that a lot.
I do need to tell you something, but I don't remember quite all of it, but it's from Carulo.
Oh man,
The
what a surprise!
reason
there.
I need to
Okay,
tell
just
you-
remember something.
And the reason I'm here... Are any of you attached to that one? At all?
I mean, he got lost for like a couple days, and we were
If they went
So-
missing...
so happy.
Fallon just says, what are you thinking?
I
If
don't
you
like
strike
you,
me
but I
baddest
like
with
you.
the back, I'll do it.
Okay, look. Long, short, whatever. You've traveled through time. Yes?
It's
think he's
literally
talking
my
about-
name.
I think he's talking about the temporals.
Time, yes.
Were you there for that too, Maxis?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Okay, so Kane's convinced that like temporals are like a creature that look like turtles.
Okay.
Not like the idea of a
Wait,
temporal.
was that Kane in third person or was that you?
That was me.
Okay.
Just telling you guys to kind of speed things up. The Kane thinks temporals are actual creatures that look like turtles.
Okay.
Just
And now you
Every
know the
time
rest of the
I
story.
just I end up with so many more questions about Kane's psychology, and then I just give up because it's just a bottomless pit that just never ends. Okay. Anyways,
Okay,
continue.
thank you. So, basically, I'm here to help you. You were doing something for Carulo's sister. Honestly, the entire meeting was really weird.
Was it the gnome? I pick up Colleen's gnome.
Wait, what?
No. What are you talking about?
Oh,
The friggin' the zombie gnome. Isn't
Oh, the
this
goblin.
zombie gnome? Yeah, well,
Right.
I was close.
No, same thing. Really.
I was talking about Carulo. You are all a different type of weird.
Yeah.
One could say that kids
Well,
these
this much.
days are.
You're really stuck in the whole old thing.
I mean, it's the most obvious trait of you. People call me blue a lot because I look blue.
can I take
I
out one
agree
of the
all the
stones
time.
from my pouch and just like
Look old.
magic stone flick it at Kane?
Can I juke it?
Okay, I mean, so like, are you attempting to not damage him, but just to pop him with a rock?
I mean, I'd be okay if there was a little bit of blood.
Okay, I mean, are you making an actual attack? Is
That's
what I'm
not really-
asking.
That's how everybody
Yes.
feels about
Okay. Go
feels that way.
ahead and make a whatever this is.
I
It's
don't
a
even
ranged
remember
spell
how.
attack. I think that's wisdom for you. So
Yeah.
it'll be wisdom plus proficiency.
The only inner party aggression we ever have is directed at Kane. Always.
I'm so surprised that this never happened when Aaron came in.
Oh,
But I
wait, you
think it
can
was-
also just throw it, in which case it would be Dex.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to. So I would just roll a d20 in here and then just add it because I don't have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I'm using wisdom.
Well, or Dex if you want to just take it out. And
They're
throw it.
they're both the same.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, what is it? Roll space.
Okay, so yeah, you throw it, and Kane just like Kruk throws a rock at you. You sort of dip your head just a little bit sideways, and it goes whistling over your shoulder.
Just pull a little pebble out of the pouch. Just...
After he misses that badly, I'd be like, "Are we sure that like he can see all right?"
I'm trying to decide if like how important those 3 key points are.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to size him up, you can give me insight, I guess.
Size up these muscles. Okay, so am I waiting on an inside roll or?
Oh wait, who's
No,
rolling
I
insight?
think
I
you
said,
were
I
doing
said that
insight.
you can roll insight if you want to size Kruk up.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Or I
No,
could,
would-
or I
would-
could just like drop
I'll do
3
that
key
as
points
well.
out of nowhere to cast some fun spells.
Oh.
I rolled an 8.
Okay,
He's an old
Kane.
guy.
Yeah, you're too caught up in his oldness to be too sure, but he does seem to be handling himself reasonably well. Max is Kruk is in very good physical condition. Like,
I mean, yeah, he was pretty built earlier.
he
so-
might be pushing 300, which is old for a dwarf, but is not like in decline by any means.
Mhm.
And actually probably has quite a bit of training under his belt.
Okay, so ignoring Kane, which is standard procedure, just so you know. Why don't we sneak out the back and actually go do the thing so I can get a fucking coat?
Oh yeah, we need our coats. Hurry up, guys. What are we sitting around here for?
Just keep priorities, honestly.
So
To the
okay, so
secret side
who-
entrance tunnel
I say,
thing.
can one of these guards lead us, or are we gonna have to go ask them?
So Braydock, who's been awkwardly standing there watching you the entire time, looks over at you and says, "I'll take you back in the castle."
Hey, boy.
He guides you back in. It takes a few moments for him to flag down Moira. And she comes out just sort of shaking her head and then just gestures over her shoulder, "Follow me." Assuming you follow, she takes you towards the back of the castle. You actually go not onto the terrace with the garden, but onto the other one behind the wing of the castle that Kane decided not to try to snoop in. There's a stairway that leads down the back to an area that, I mean, it's mostly just flat stone, although there seem to be some amount of like supplies and stuff for doing exterior work on the castle. But she takes you down and around, and finally, well camouflaged in the rock formation, she guides you to a narrow channel where there's actually sort of a wastewater stream that's leading into it. And yeah, she says, "These sluiceways carry water from the back of the castle to a point at the edge of Capitol Hill. It'll be safer than taking the front stair." You walk a narrow, treacherous tunnel through the rock, twisting and turning alongside this mucky creek. At last, you after seeing you safely in, she says, "You can't miss the exit, so I guess this is where I take my leave." So she bids you farewell. You walk through this small tunnel. Finally, you exit through a narrow crevice that's just barely large enough for Maxis to squeeze through. The exit is camouflaged behind multiple layers of rock and is almost undetectable from the outside. The city is a wreck. Many buildings have escaped with little damage, but others have been slagged or burned to various degrees. The rotten smell of death hangs in the air, and the bodies of humans and goblins and the occasional other creature dot the streets. Occasional cries of fighting still fill the air, but most of it sounds pretty distant. And you make your way without resistance to the Temple of Innys. The door of the temple hangs ominously open. You step into the entry hall, your footsteps echoing in the high vaulted room. You wander inside a bit, uncertain. Where was this priest supposed to be anyway? You begin to look about and then spin to face the front of the room as dim light spills into the hall. Where previously there was a solid wall, now a doorway is standing open. "I'm guessing you're here for me?" comes a soft, assured voice. There's an elderly male elf dressed in the vestments of Innys who steps out of the doorway, flanked by younger elves, one male, one female, on either side. Says, "At any rate, I'm glad someone came. I'm not much good for fighting these days, and that door won't stay hidden if a demon with true sight should come by. Anyways, I'm Hadron Pendulon, and my companions are Ilvir and Vadria. So to give you those names, and then the two with him are this ones. And he pauses and then looks you up and down as the hidden door slides shut behind him and says, "I do hope I'm correct that you're friends."
Nah, we're just coming browsing through. We're tourists.
Oh.
I'm gonna push through everybody, try to get to the front and like to the open areas out of the tunnels or whatever.
Yeah, you're in sort of you're in the entry hall of this church. It's rather wide and open.
Looking around, do I see anybody that I would recognize?
Well, there's the group that came with you and these three elves who just stepped out. I'm just
but specifically looking for like...
none of them... Oh, wait a minute. Did you... Yeah, none of them would be familiar to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here to take you to safety. You're a dick. Sorry, I'm trying to mute and type so that my thing is not blasting everybody.
Yeah,
but
he says, "I was hoping as much. Well, in that case, we'll do our best to make ourselves inconspicuous. Lead on."
So I assume we know where we're going?
That was my question.
Generically, so you have a few possibilities. The shortest way to safety, once again, would be to just walk straight this way over to Spear Point. You could try to make your way all the way back here to that little path that you took from the castle, though that's a further walk. You don't know the way through the sewers, so those are really the only options.
So we're trying to get them to Spear Point?
basically.
Okay, so finding the front doors
Yeah, I mean, you just walk through.
shoves them open.
All right.
Whoa, wait. Is this the front doors to like where the demons are?
I mean, potentially. You didn't see any on your way in.
Can you just let me like just scout ahead for just a second, Mr. Old Man, before you bring all the demons down our heads?
Well, then you should move quicker.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to go too fast for you in case you get tired.
Fallon says.
Ahead.
Fallon looks at Kane and points at Crook and says, "He's spry for his age."
A rock would be spry for his age. Anyway, I'm gonna go check out. Like, can I like peek through the slowly peek the door to see if there's like a thing?
I mean, sure. You do.
A demon lights him on fire immediately.
Give me perception.
I want to sneak up behind Kane and as quietly as possible get to the door and then just slam it open.
You can give me stealth then, and
okay.
I will. Kane, give me a second perception.
What is?
Yeah, so give me perception again. Okay, yeah. So Kane, you step towards the door, edge it open, start looking around. You don't.
What do I see with my eyes?
You don't see pretty much anything, just the same scenery that you saw on the way in. Then all of a sudden, the door slams wide open, daylight streams in, and Kruk is there.
You're hilarious.
Okay, so we're at the church, right?
Right.
So
I remember this.
Why don't we go towards Spear Point, given that it's closest, and also isn't that where Fallon's uncle was hanging out or something?
I mean, decent bet if it's the military HQ, but you're not sure. All right. So yeah, you make your way out of the cathedral, start walking through the streets. You get to this sort of middle area, just this like tiny little stretch between University Square and Spear Point, when I need to go do a thing real quick.
Is it go get dice? Because that's what I'm having to do, because I've lost connection to the server again.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I just realized I forgot to put a couple things on this map. So I'm going to grab... Oh, you know what? Sure, I'll just use this. These aren't really cleric images, but whatever, we'll just go for it. So let me see. This one here. Go with it like that. These guys are going to be here. And he is going to be...
Prauffet, I recently found myself at Madness Comics, purchasing far too many dice.
Alright, cool. I believe that's everything then. So, we are going to jump over to here.
Okay, it's quite the prankster road.
Alright, and I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Okay.
Initiative?
Alright.
I don't see my token yet, bro.
It's over at the right.
I, also cannot see my token. but I also can't see the map.
You know what?
So.
I think I know what the
I
problem
rolled
is.
good
You have to
initiative.
be on the top right.
It's the wrong layer.
I think I might not have given everybody sight, so let me double check that.
Ooh. I
Oh,
rolled
is
well.
that
I thought I rolled good initiative.
But yeah,
Jeez,
you've
guys.
got to be. It's at the top right of the map is where you should be able to see your token. Okay, yeah, there we go. I did mess up Kane. All right, Kane, you should be able to see now.
Okay, on actual dice, I rolled a 12 for my initiative. Do you want me to put that in, or do you want me to just click on my portrait and roll again?
No, we can do that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
party's huge.
So
Oh wait,
you rolled 12
plus other things. So
plus
I get
other things.
14. My dex.
Oh,
I rolled
yeah.
a natural 12.
Got it. All right. Fallon.
Fallon
you're
is
at a
24, and Gamork is 23.
All right, we got Clean. We
And
got
I get
Crook.
21.
I think is that. Wait, am I missing someone? Oh yeah, Kane. 21.
21. Kane can drink now.
All right, and let me sort these. Cool. This.
When did we start
goes
playing
here.
this like?
Hmm?
When did we start playing this game?
2 years ago in August.
Meh. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I've made Kane's age something close to my age, but it's no longer close. It's not as close.
All right. Okay. So we are now going to. So, as it is, you are walking through the street. You are headed generically this direction. So can you see this exit over here?
I'm zoomed in way too much. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You're trying to walk this way.
Okay.
I don't see anything over there now. Your arrow's pointing to darkness.
Oh, well, you probably can't see it
Nocturne.
because there is dynamic lighting on this map, which basically means that you can't see through buildings. But if you move like in pieces, you should always be able to see around buildings. The basic point is you're trying to go from the upper right of the map to sort of the bottom left.
Got it.
And as of right now, nothing is attacking you. So,
Guys, I'd say let's take our time.
Fallon, it's your
Sure,
turn.
like, try and be sneaky. Oh.
Okay. What's the?
We're back to normal squares now, guys.
Okay.
Normal square.
Yeah, you weren't here for all the combats where I used 2.5 feet squares.
It was a lot of fun. Though. I felt like I was. Map.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, I'm just moving there.
Yep.
All right.
And then Gamork. He moves there.
Okay, Kane.
I guess.
By the way, if you can see those
just
little
follow-
orange things, those are doors. Okay.
70.
Do you have 30? Oh. Well, I guess you can always dash. If you don't have anything else.
Get mobile.
Oh, right. So you're what, 40 feet movement now?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm a quick boy.
Oh, wait, except. Hold on just a sec.
What? Am I encumbered?
I believe you're encumbered. Yep, you're
Wait, I thought I
encumbered.
fixed that at the
So
end
your
of my last session.
Your movement is 20 feet, but you could move that far
What
by dashing.
encumbered me?
You even specifically said that you were encumbered at the end of our solo
But then
session.
But we changed something. I thought I changed something where I fixed it.
No, you didn't.
So I was like, I'm not encumbered anymore. It was like I'd like dropped a bathrobe or something.
But then you decided to keep it. You didn't actually drop it.
Oh, I was supposed to give it to you, Maxis. Dang it, it was your bathrobe.
Damn it! Was I wearing it the entire time? That's so much better.
All right, so are you just dashing over there then, Kane?
I'll go. Hey, Maxis, you want this bathrobe I have for you?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Can I just give him the fancy bathrobe I stole from the castle?
Sure, you can do that as an action. You give
All right,
Maxis
cool.
the bathrobe. So
Am I encumbered
Maxis, well now I think you're not. So Maxis, add. Okay, this is how it's actually listed on Kane's character sheet.
I think this is fancy bathrobe.
And it weighs 2 pounds. And Kane, from your character sheet, it's the second from the bottom. Just
Yeah,
change 2 bathrobes to 1 bathrobe, and then you should no
yeah,
longer
it's the
be
one for him for some reason. I don't remember why, but I did.
Yeah, you were stealing bathrobes, and you were like, "Hey, I should get one for a friend." So I'm just gonna go ahead and change that to 1 for you. There you go.
Alright, just did it.
All right.
Alright, huzzah, I'm not encumbered anymore.
All right. So is that your turn then?
Yes. Well, I will hide. For any potential
Sure. Give me stealth.
peoples. Put up. And stealthy time.
You meld with the shadows.
I must say I'm a shadow of the night.
Colleen, it's your turn.
Could anyone tell me what these creatures might look like?
What creatures?
What? Yeah, no one sees anything.
Demons? Anything that you might have seen?
You've seen a bunch of demons recently.
Let's see. Yeah. Think more of the usual, honestly.
Oh, you've probably seen more than I have.
I mean,
As I put on my fancy bathrobe.
Well,
Oh, yes.
I'm going to cast Seeming and make all of us look like the regular kind of demon then.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Interesting.
Yeah.
How many creatures?
Okay,
do you
wait.
actually
Any
target?
number.
Really?
Any number
Yeah.
of creatures.
Jesus.
Do we all have to
Wait,
look the same?
Maxis,
Yeah.
Do you
You're
want to
absolutely
look
right. Now,
fancy?
You are standing back here, so you're not in range of everyone at present.
Then I'll take a couple steps up first.
Maxis, don't wear the bathrobe right
Oh,
now. We
God,
could get
this
to a
square's
fight.
I'll
in a
fix
minute.
you.
Yeah, that's the risk that I take.
There you go. All right. So
I would
you
be
step
so
up
much
to
effort to steal
there.
that.
Are we aware of the spell on us?
You cast Seeming. Well, you would look at everybody else.
Our other
Right,
comrades
so,
might.
so first of all, if you are unwilling, you are allowed to make a charisma saving throw.
Definitely. Oh, this will go great.
Why?
Oh wait, that's safe.
Actually, I have a
That's
rule.
even worse.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm not the only
not
one
better
with
enough.
-2 to charisma anymore.
Hell yeah.
Colleen, what? All right, so everybody, let me see here. Give me an Arcana check for how well you remember demon appearances.
Of the usual sort.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So a wandering troop of demons, you would normally expect to have like
Yeah.
at least one. Like there are a couple kinds, right? You might have just sort of a group of not the lowest level of demon, but sort of mid-level demons that might wander together. Those usually might be smaller groups, or you might have 1 or 2 sort of bosses. Surrounded by sort of flunkies. What sort of image do you want to go for here?
I mean, Gamork is obviously the boss.
I'm behind that.
Kane was
Okay.
the boss.
All right.
Kane,
So
like leader of the group.
you rack your brain for demon appearances. How strong do you want to make Gamork? Like scale of 1 to 10 it for me.
For Gamork.
Yeah. Like how big do you want to go here?
Go with like an 8.
Go with an 8? Okay. So you give Gamork the appearance of... Yeah, I'm just gonna say a Merilith. It's the same kind of demon that you first fought when you came to Westeros. You dispatched it easily enough, but you were pretty much fighting just it. So Gamork takes the appearance of sort of a giant humanoid, but with a snake body and with 6 arms, wielding these massive long swords. The rest of you, give me 2 people that you want to be slightly badass.
Maxis and
Me.
Maxis and who?
Fallon.
Okay. Maxis and Fallon take on the appearance of Hezro, which are the sort of toad-like demon creatures. One of them was in the bedroom along with the Nilbog, Colleen's current
You
zombie
guys are
friend,
bedroom toads.
when you ran into him. The rest of you take on the appearance of Dretches, which are small, sort of bat monkey-faced demons, fairly
God
weak.
damn it. Like fat monkey.
Okay, so you all look like demons now. Doing anything else, Colleen?
I'm gonna stick relatively close to Maxis.
Okay. Alright, so let me remember here. So we've got Gamork is the most badass looking one, and we've got Fallon and Maxis, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. And the rest of you are Dretches. Alright, cool.
Making
The
me
High
a
Priest
Rich.
eyebrow raises when he sees everyone, but he doesn't say anything. Maxis, it's your turn.
Okay, so... Well, I don't know, it'll be fine. I'm gonna come, like, over here and see what's going on up here.
Okay, give me a perception.
Hopefully that actually rolls. There we go. 21.
Yep. Interesting. Up a
I mean, I
substantial...
technically have, like, more movement, so I could move to, like, here if I need to.
A substantial way ahead of you, you do hear some sort of shifting sound. You're not certain if it's a creature, or just, like, debris blowing around or something like that. It's distant, whatever it is.
I mean, I'm fairly familiar with general hunting tactics, which kind of seems to be what these demons are doing to the people of the city.
Okay.
So would I know if this was like... Do I think this feels like an ambush spot?
Give me survival.
I will not give up.
I mean, for me, that was a 24. I don't know if that's actually
it was.
rolling.
There are a lot of, like, blind corners and doorways and stuff like that, so there's definitely the danger. Maybe even a little bit more so than in the areas that you were in before.
Alright, and I...
That being said, everyone looks like demons now.
Yeah, that's true. I... Here for right now.
Okay.
But between, like, putting my robe on and walking over here, that's probably my action, right?
Alright. Cool. I need to check something. Alright, cool. That will bring us to Kruk.
Okay, so just to clarify, the arena capability,
Yeah,
is essentially like tremor sense ish. I mean, it's blind sense, but
right. But yeah, anything that's like connected to the ground and
so
not through a solid wall, you become aware of.
Some tough
Within
shit
range.
right there. Okay. Okay. I will move over here. Ow. How far do I want to do this? Okay. I'll just go behind the bathrobe.
Alright. Well, right now, he looks like a toad-like demon. But
Ah, true. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna go on. Are these walls on to the left over here? At the
Yeah,
bottom?
if it's like black, then it's the wall of a building. I think I left it so you can see a little bit of the roof.
No, these.
Oh, those. They're just sort of like low barriers on the ground. You can step over them. Like they
Okay.
are walls, but they're very low.
I'm pretty short. Are they shorter than me?
You could step over it easily
Okay.
enough. Like it's a barrier. If you just like were running normally, then you might trip over it for sure.
Okay. I'll go there and center myself and use Psychic Arena.
Okay. Let me.
Do you want me to post it?
You don't have to. I remember pretty well what it does. I mean, unless you want to show everyone, which is totally fine.
Never.
So, let me see. That's gonna be like this. Okay. And, alright, so you have 15 feet blind sight, then.
I want to increase it
You can't.
to... Oh.
Because
So
this is at
casting
first...
it.
I'm sorry. I didn't explain this well enough. Right now, the ability is first level.
Okay, well, then I'll
this
still
ability
use it for...
can be leveled up by a mechanism
Okay.
that I'm tracking.
Alright, then I will use it just because I will not back down from using it.
Okay. I mean, I'll let you if you want to, just because you didn't understand it.
Well, no,
perfectly,
just do 15 and see if I sense anything
Alright.
even around.
Cool. Let me fix the... There we go. Measurement. So yeah, so in a 15-foot radius around you, you do not notice anything.
Okay.
Although, just for the record, if you even like sort of cross within 15 feet of something, even if you don't stop there, I'll like let you know.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other relevant part of this at the moment.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to move.
Right.
I don't think.
Okay, cool.
So.
So I need... Well, I mean, you could theoretically still dash. That's just a bonus action. But...
Oh, well, I meant anchoring myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as keeping the sense, but...
Cool, cool. Alright, I need to do this. Alright, so never mind me, just attending to things. Alright, and then the clerics are gonna,
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
they're gonna go ahead and sort of keep themselves, like, I would say centered within your group. So he'll come here. This one will come here and here. Okay. Cool. Fallon.
Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And hold.
Alright. Gamork.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30, 40. Hold.
Okay.
Hold.
Kane.
Hold. Disconnected from server.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Were you planning on sticking with the group or sort of skulking around the other way?
Well, nice thing it still shows that like still next like behind Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon
I'm guessing
moved.
he just moved though.
Yeah, you probably need to
Can
like
I just like
refresh your
peek? Can I just
connection.
like peek in that door?
Yeah, absolutely. You peek inside.
Like
What's your? Do you have like a physical die?
I don't.
Get you a
Do you
physical
mind
die.
me? I'll just roll for you then, if that's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I trust you, Casey.
Rolling perception for you.
You die.
Oh God, no. Natural.
You
No,
roll
that won't be
a
Casey.
15.
Hey.
You look around the room. Let me think. It looks sort of like a nondescript living room. Actually, as you look at it more closely, you realize that it looks like it's been looted. There are some chairs knocked back and some desk drawers standing open and empty.
Okay. I will rejoin. Just want to make sure nothing was hiding.
Okay, yep. So you're just gonna, what, are you gonna keep tailing Fallon then, or?
Yeah, I'll chill Fallon.
Alright, so let me see, you can
I'm
go...
gonna just kind of take a glance at the old guy, just kind of standing out in the middle in like a crapping position. Is what I imagine.
What?
Like he's doing like a blind sense thing. I imagine he's like has like a stance, but it's like a stance like he's taking like a dump kind of stance too.
LOL.
No,
Yes,
it's
that's
just
exactly
braces
what it
on
looks like.
consoles.
Thank you. See, that's what I was. I see. He confirms. This is the right picture.
Yep, it's
And he
exactly
says,
what it looks like.
Can I like whisper to Fallon? It's like I think he's having an old person moment.
Alright, Clean, it's your turn. I know this is super exciting right now, guys, but, you know, it's the tension.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna catch up to Maxis.
Alright. Okay.
That's all I do. I see nothing.
Alright, Maxis.
Okay, so I'm gonna... Is this a ledge? Can I walk over this?
Yeah. You can walk straight
Yeah?
over it.
Okay. So... That's like 7. I have like 30 more feet after that. Oh, no, that's a line. That's not what we're trying to do here. Why won't you work? I hate it so much. Somebody delete these lines. Get out of here. Okay. Where can I actually get to?
What's your movement speed?
40.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go across the street and get over here.
Okay.
So what's going down over here?
Yeah.
Should still look like a demon, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, you look out, you can see sort of like this small courtyard. Not a whole lot going in there at the moment. You don't have any kind of, like, heightened senses or anything, do you? Like, are you just relying on vision?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Kruk, it's your turn. Oh, unless you wanted to do something, Maxis.
Jumping jacks.
Not really. I guess I'll just... hold on. How much? If this is a terrible idea. No, yeah, it's a terrible idea because it's only 30 feet. I'm going to move up a little farther. About like
yeah,
here.
you can dash, that's right. Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and dash.
Did I find it?
Okay. Nothing happens.
Oh, awesome.
Alright. Alright, I'll wait here.
Cool.
Alright, Crook's turn.
Alright. I will go over here. And then go over here with the dash.
Okay. Let me...
Just walk out and look around for anything because I realize that I look like a demon and I don't like that.
Right.
It's okay.
Let me see here. Interesting.
Walk by Maxis.
Okay.
Cute.
So, as you skitter out, there's sort of a shimmer in the air. Let me see, is that right? Yes. Yes, indeed, that is. And this thing appears. Some of you might not be able to see this, so well, yeah, you know what? You can't see it. But a large ape-like creature shimmers into existence in front of you, Crook, and it looks at you, and a voice echoes in your mind in some sort of harsh, deep, guttural language that you don't know. But it feels like this thing is asking you a question.
Is this the opportunity for me to respond?
If you would like.
Okay. Whatever really horrid, trashy, dwarvish curse word I know, I want to use that and basically say, "Come get some."
The creature looks at you, and its large brow sort of furrows, and it this is only one combat round, so it takes a couple steps forward. Give me insight with disadvantage because of the nature of the creature.
Okay. Disadvantage insight.
Isn't
What do I see? Oh no.
What demon was he again? Can those things even talk? I thought they were just like a mound of flesh.
It's attempting to communicate with Crook. So the only thing that you read off of it is that it is definitely not attacking you right now. Okay? You're not sure quite whether it's like hostile, curious, friendly. It's just sort of a foreign creature to you, and it's hard for you to tell. But it is not being overtly aggressive.
It's unfortunate.
And then... Okay. Alright, that'll bring us to the clerics. So, let me see. We'll go... here. I guess there. And...
We have Satin Stalker with our replacement dwarf or monk, shirtless one.
Alright, Fallon, it's your turn.
Okay. Do I have any trouble getting by Colleen?
Nope.
I really like the dynamic lighting. That's pretty sweet.
It's fun. It takes a little while to
Can
set
I-
up, but
Can I see what's going on over there?
if you can see it on the map, then you can actually see it.
Yeah,
Then-
from where I was standing, not even Maxis can see it. So.
It looks like I can
No,
see it just fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can?
I can see it from here.
Cool. Oh, I couldn't
Yeah.
earlier.
Man, my roll 20 is so bad right now. Like, it's a full, like, 1 to 2 seconds behind you guys on Discord. So I'm hearing you, then seeing you talk.
Yeah.
Like, lag.
Alright.
Sorry,
Is my camera moving at all?
Yeah,
There's no
black.
camera from you, Axis, at all.
Yeah,
I don't,
that-
it's just your
Yeah,
picture.
that figures.
Alright, Fallon.
Oh, there goes Melon Lord. too.
Are they? Am I like? How far is that? Am I within earshot? Or like, could I yell at them?
Yeah, you're
100
about 100
feet.
feet away from that. You're about 85 feet from Crook.
Okay. Can I tell that they've spoken or?
Well, so it's all been telepathic actually to this point. So, no, you haven't heard any words being said.
So I can speak Infernal. Is that the demon language?
Infernal is devil language.
Ah, damn it.
Go for it. That won't get us beat up at all.
Oh shit!
That won't make things worse.
Well, then I'll just yell at Crook. I'll say, friend dwarf,
That's
What?
good start.
You in trouble up there?
No, I'm fine. I'm waiting for the fight.
And that's as far as we get. Fallon, give me insight with disadvantage because of how far you are as well. Okay.
Oh, so good.
This. You're kind of far away, and it's a demon, so you're not quite sure. But from the way it's sort of creasing its like giant unibrow, you think it might be confused. It's Gamork. Unless
it's
you
already
wanted to do
Gamork's
anything
turn.
else.
I mean, I was thinking about shooting an arrow, but
Well, let me see here. That amount of conversation could be your bonus action. If you want to do a thing, I'll let you.
He's a multitasking boy.
All right, we're shooting it.
Nope.
I get
no, we're not.
advantage.
Do you?
So it hasn't taken an action, right? Like it hasn't.
Wait a minute. So I have to decide like what that ability actually means, given that I've had you guys like. I guess it is like confused.
It hasn't
and
taken
shit.
a hostile action, I guess.
I don't know. It did frown.
I want to read the ability before
It's just
I roll
at
on
work.
this.
He's just angry. Okay, he's angry at the world.
All right, on your.
Aren't we all?
God, I'm not even getting paid. Oh, demon time sucks.
All right, so
yeah, if you were a demon.
so what I'm gonna make the tiebreaker here is the fact that you just rolled higher initiative than it, and this is the first combat-y thing that's actually happened. So yeah, absolutely, I will give it to you. So 9 damages. And go ahead and let me see. So it's actually what, 13, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So yep. All of a sudden, this giant toad-like demon pulls out a bow, or actually a giant crossbow, and fires a bolt that goes streaking across the courtyard and slams into the chest of this creature, which howls and now is overtly aggressive.
Good.
And it's Gamork now. Honestly, if you guys had just acted like demons, you probably would have avoided this entire combat.
I didn't really
Man,
want to
the only
avoid
people.
combat.
I just
Kane, you're
acted
not gonna
like
sneak
demons.
up and assassinate this thing. It's just
I
not
mean-
happening.
Hey man, all it takes is for it to be surprised. If no one hit it, it just acted like demons. They could have just hit it, and that would have counted.
The illusion doesn't drop. They still look like demons until they're inspected to be perceived.
But he's not surprised anymore. I'm saying like if he just kept
That
acting
is
like
correct.
demons, and then I hit him, he would have been surprised.
The main thing
No
is
one
just
got
that he
crit.
knows you're not his friends anymore, whatever is going on.
My assassinate abilities
We're starting a
gone
coup.
now.
Alright.
So
Overthrow
free
him.
crits.
Gamork runs to there. Is Gamork doing anything else?
No. He's not.
Okay, not even a dodge.
I dodge. Yeah, he'll do that.
I'm helping you.
I know.
Seems so nice.
The
Alright.
nicest.
AC is a benevolent god who's about to throw the shit ton of demons at us.
He's got to do something to make up for those rolls. So.
Alright, Kane, it's your turn.
Well, seeing people attacking stuff. Whoa, I just that was weird. I like actually double clicked on my anyway. 5, 10, 15,
Yeah, sure.
20, 25. Gotta scroll to see if I see the thing. Oh, it's way down there. 30, 35, 40. Alright. Now, hold on, this turn order's in the way. Where is my distance tool? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's 90 away. What's my bow range?
think it's 8320.
It's 8320.
You do have advantage because you're acting before it in combat, so that'll cancel the disadvantage.
I can also just dash and then attack it.
What?
Cunning action.
Oh,
'Cause I'm a rogue.
right.
I don't know why I said it like that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I'll go like there.
All right.
Right. And then that's a good line of sight on it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And now it's in 60 feet. So now I have advantage
Yep.
still. So short bow, and I get sneak attack because advantage.
Yep, that'll hit.
Damages. Did that use up an arrow? Just use up an arrow.
Yeah,
I
probably.
I don't even know. I have 31 now, so we'll see.
Well, I usually just track ammo, and then half of whatever you use, I deduct at the end. So, like, that'll be 1, but if you use another one, I'll say you retrieve it, that sort of thing.
Then what's my sneak? Just sneak attack. Sneak attack.
All right.
Cool.
Decent sneak attack roll there.
Hey.
So let me see. So that's okay. So yeah. You know. Oh wait, that doesn't actually have that resistance. Okay. So yeah, your arrow sinks in at the base of the creature's neck and it howls in pain. Anything else? I think that's action, bonus action.
That's all I can do. All Kane does is ponder the amount of noise this thing is making right now, and plans his escape while the rest of the group is being slaughtered by demons.
All right. So at this point, there's a commotion from inside one of the nearby buildings.
Hey.
And this guy is gonna run outside.
It didn't even register to me that we were like outside because I thought we were still in a building. So I was like, "Oh wait, okay, we're good."
No, you're
I'm
totally you're walking on the streets.
All right.
So let me see here. It's gonna be 10 feet out of the building, and then I guess he will just post up here.
Fuck is that?
All right. And you hear him start barking orders. Or at least they sound like orders. Anyone who knows Goblin can recognize them as such.
I know common and primordial.
Back inside, and then he is going to. Oh, let me see here. Who can he actually go after from where I put him? Not very effectively. So yeah.
Don't go for the blue guy. Why would you go for the blue guy?
Or actually, wait. Oh, you know what? He's gonna step outside. I'm sorry.
Actually, no. We all look like demons.
All right. So he has to do an investigation check, Colleen, against your spell.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That'll
okay.
do it.
So yeah.
Oh shit.
So he realizes what's up, and he's gonna start barking back, imposters, and he starts barking out positions and stuff like that. He's gonna take a javelin and throw it at Kruk.
You gonna try?
So this is going to be 15.
Deflect missiles.
It is a ranged weapon attack. Okay. So remind me how this works. I have to roll damage, right?
Yeah, reduced 1d10 plus Dex mod plus monk level. So.
Okay. So here is the base damage, and with his martial advantage, we can do this.
So one thing I want to specify
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
is the spell says that the target is, so whichever person he was identifying, he sees through. But...
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. So what I had in mind was that he steps out and the person most in his line of vision is going to be Kruk. So that's part of why I'm attacking Kruk. But
that's fine.
But like if he couldn't see them, then other things might be going on.
But he doesn't know that we're imposters right now.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Right. Yeah, so he might still have a little trouble sorting out friend from foe, but he knows that something's up with Kruk.
Yeah.
So here's the damage. So I think that's going to be, 10. 1d10 plus 10 plus 1.
Monk level.
Oh, shit. All right. So that means I think you get to throw it back at him.
I can use a key point.
Oh, okay.
And let me read really quickly.
Yeah, it's been a while. We had a player who had this ability, but I haven't dealt with him.
He was a elf, a shirtless elf monk.
Okay, yeah. So
But he
you
wasn't
can
old, though.
choose to throw it back at him if you want.
I'm going to take it, catch it, say thank you, and throw it at the giant ape instead.
I'm pretty sure you can do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
didn't see
I
that
think
set
I-
a target.
Yep. Okay.
It's pretty
So
cool.
this is a strength attack.
Mm-hmm.
So just any normal like weapon attack that you would make, like an unarmed strike or something like that, would be totally fine. That's kind of BA. All right. So,
It is the most BA.
So let me see. I believe that does hit. Yes, that it hits.
Okay, and then the
It's
damage is
1d6 plus strength.
Okay.
Yeah. So you chuck it into the creature's gut, and some black fluid starts leaking out of it. Okay, and I think... Oh, no, it gets another attack. So while you're spinning around and doing that, it's going to try to hit you one more time.
Okay.
While you're doing that cool flourish, it just chucks another javelin at you.
11, I believe,
Misses.
misses, however. So yeah, you flourish right out of the way. Okay, and I believe... Yeah, that's all it can do. So, Colleen.
Could I have heard the first creature speak? Would I be able to identify that language?
It was speaking telepathically, so no.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
1. Okay, nope, I guess I'm on the wrong screen. 1, 2.
You can still move a little further if you want. That's just a little over 22 feet.
So it's just this one guy that I can see.
Oh, is that it?
You can't see the big gorilla?
Hold on. Let me just pan this way. Yeah, okay.
It's a long haul.
We're outside.
Can I decide to stand here instead?
Yeah, sure.
With a deep sigh that no one wants to go along with my plan, I'm gonna fire a lightning bolt.
Okay.
Those guys.
So just like sort of this way.
Yeah.
What's the range on lightning bolt?
120.
Okay. Yep, you're good. And yeah, it's thin enough that you can totally just hit those two. So dex saves. Here is the
Why does it say
goblin.
DC 12?
That's a fail. And here is the demon.
Mm.
In our defense, when was the last time one of our plans went off without a hitch?
Yeah.
Well, usually it's something like
I don't think that's actually DC 12 though.
Kane's
I think that's
like
messed up.
I think
Yeah.
it casted it based, like, it says saving throw dex, and it just added my dex to it instead of intelligence, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
I
change
was
that.
gonna say I thought your save was like 17 or something.
It's
like
17.
that. Okay.
yeah.
So a lightning bolt streaks across the courtyard, skewering both of these creatures. So
Nice.
the hobgoblin is upset, and
Understandable.
the demon, the lightning sort of flares around it, and it almost seems to evaporate. It is just gone.
The The demon or the lightning?
The demon.
Ooh.
Oh, like it disintegrated?
Yeah, you owned it.
Oh shit! I guess doing like 60 damage between 2 people. I didn't even pay attention to the rest of the damage. We heard it a lot.
That's all that I'm doing.
All right. So that will bring us to a few more neat surprises.
But I will say, every time Kane has a plan to do stuff, like in the solo missions, they go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I
except
had a
for-
solo mission or anything, but
Except for when you don't put the crown on your head and get crowned instead.
that wasn't my
don't,
plan.
don't make us bring that up.
No. In my defense, that wasn't Kane's plan because he didn't think of it. His plan was to find it, and then he improvised and
It
stealing
was the
stuff.
most obvious plan, but okay.
I'm sorry that I didn't think about that. Okay, guys, that was the IRL. I was like, oh shit, I could just take it the crown because like stuff needs
Alright, let me
attunement.
see.
I thought I would need like attunement or something, so I didn't even consider it as like an
So-
option.
This one is going to step outside a few feet to where it can see more of what's going on.
Oh shit! Fuck
It is
that?
going to make an intelligence check against, or an investigation against Kane's disguise.
Why me?
That fails.
Yeah, fuck you.
So, and
What
then it's going to sort of, oh, actually, wait a minute. Oh, it has to... Alright, let me see here. It has 40 feet of movement. So it can't actually do that. So I guess it will just come over to here. And we're going to make some more attacks against Crook.
Let's go.
12 misses. 21 should hit. These are just
21.
unarmed strikes, by the way.
21 does hit, yes.
So that'll be 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
It's another goblin. But it is a lady in the image. 20,
Oh my god, Goblin.
another
Oh.
7 bludgeoning. And 15, I think, also hits.
15 just hits.
And there'll be another 7 bludgeoning. Oh, and actually, I'm sorry, I just realized I forgot a thing. Okay, yeah. I need to double check, so let me see. How much did that one miss by? My first roll. It was a 12. Okay. Oh, okay. So I had forgotten about the leadership ability of Warlord. That first one's actually going to hit as well.
Perfect.
So 7 damage, because that was a 16, actually, not a 12. Okay. So that'll be that one. This one is going to run out as well. It is also going to investigation check Kane.
Fuck you, Goblin.
Oh, all right. That one succeeds. So let me see, 14. So yeah, this one's going to get up in Kane's face.
Fuck up my face.
Yep, all right. Cool. So...
Did you just nat 20?
Yeah, on the investigation check.
Oh, I
This
thought
is
that
the-
was your attack for a second.
Yeah, that's the attack, which is a crit fail. Okay. But it's going to make 4 attacks. So here's attack number 2. 21.
Hold on a second. I just must look at maths real quick. Wait, no, I have my short bow in my hand right now, don't I?
So you do.
I can't do that then. You said 4 attacks?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take this one then.
All right.
It hits.
4 damage, bludgeoning.
Oh, the pain.
Next attack. 27.
Yeah, that hits too. What happened to my little? Did I just do -4?
So
No.
5 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 9. There used to be like little number things I could click to just
Oh.
increase and decrease my current HP.
I am
It
not
appears
sure.
to be gone now. All right, so 62.
And a 25 is the next attack.
That will also hit.
So 7 bludgeoning damage.
I didn't need the freaking rapier. This thing is destroying me. Okay, 7 damage.
All right.
Why does it hurt me like this?
Final one is going to rush out. Let me see how much movement to that point. That's 11. We'll investigation check Maxis on this one.
Yeah, share the love
And
there.
you hear them sort of shouting back and forth to each other as this goes on. Oh, hey, that'll succeed. Whoops. Actually, make it right here. And we'll make some attacks against Maxis.
Get him, Maxis.
So, attack number 1. 23.
That'll hit.
4 bludgeoning. And you are not raging yet, remember, so that's full damage.
Yeah.
9, I believe, will miss. 16.
16 will hit.
Alright, so that'll be 5 bludgeoning. And 22. Another 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey, KC, quick question.
Yeah.
I forget, do you use the flanking rules in
No.
your games? Okay.
So that will bring us to Maxis.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna rage.
Alright. You are raging.
Sure? Solid option.
And I'm going to. Do I have to use greater rage to do these new storm auras?
The second level one, yeah. But you can just choose to do that.
I just say yeah. I don't actually think it matters. So it goes out to 20 feet around me instead.
You've got a primary radius that's 10 feet and a secondary one that's 20 feet. You want to do that?
So I'm gonna go. I think right here.
Alright, let me pop this up for you. So
Yeah.
this will be your primary. This will be your secondary. There you go.
And I'm going to use the windstorm ability.
Okay.
So they have to make a strength saving throw, and if they fail it,
Oh, wait, a minute. Let me check this real quick. Windstorm. So that's, you use that on another creature's turn. Use it at the start of that creature's turn.
alright, sounds good. And then, okay, I'm just gonna hit this lady man in the face with an axe.
Sounds like a reasonable plan.
Yep.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Axe face.
Yep. Axe
Repeat
meets
as
face.
needed.
Face
What the
is
fuck is
upset.
that? 18 damage?
He rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Wait, why are there 2 plus?
Yep, that's a hit as well. Okay, so with your first strike, you smash down and ruin the creature's face. With your second, you swing around, cleave deep into the creature's torso, and it slumps down in front of you dead.
Okay, sick. And then I look at the hobgoblin and be like, alright, you're next, Shorty, let's go.
Alright,
And that's the end of my turn.
cool.
Wait, no, stay next to the one next to me.
Alright, Kruk, it's you.
But that's sweet, sweet, sweet.
So I can tell this is a female, whatever.
I mean, to be honest, that's just the art that I pulled. But
Okay.
sure, why not?
Sure. Okay. Madam. And I would like to slap her face.
All right.
Like a pimp slap or like a open palm like slap?
Oh, wait, what's going on with your?
Me no.
Sorry, I just want to check something real quick. So
It seems to.
it's just not rolling the. Oh, you know what? I think that's.
No, it did roll it.
Oh, okay. It's because you can choose advantage, normal, disadvantage at the top. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, a 9 will miss.
Okay. Try again.
Hey, gotta go.
Horribly. I'm gonna spend a.
Well, hold on a sec. Roll a d20. Whenever people crit fail, I check to see how bad the crit fail is. Okay, not that bad. You just missed
Okay.
twice.
Okay. I'm going to spend a key point
Okay.
to go for flurry of blows.
Yep.
And 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus.
I believe so. Yep. The 10 misses, but the 17 will hit.
Okay. And then on the 17,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to Leeching Claw.
You'd like to what? Sorry, you're mute. I can't hear you at all.
LEFTino?
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't hear him anymore.
Lefty, come back.
We were so
I don't know the rest of the
close.
song actually.
I'm going to.
There
Eh?
Ah!
you go.
Yeah, I literally just unplugged everything to make it happen. Okay, Leeching Claws on that hit.
Oh, you can do that on just. You can invoke that for like your entire turn.
Okay, well then I want to invoke that, but that would be the only one that would hit, so...
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. So let me see here. I need to record that. All right, and
so it
so
would
it's
just hit, so I
7.
just need damage.
Well, and you get bonus damage though.
Jesus, do I?
Yep, you do. So let
Just
me
with
just
these
double
rolls.
check that. So roll an additional 3d4.
I did. It was 5.
Oh, rip. Okay, so it's 7 bludgeoning,
Oof.
5 piercing, and you heal for 5.
I missed my dice.
So yeah, so as Crook, some of his blows sort of either go wide or one of them glances off the light armor that the creature is wearing, but one of them connects, and when you see that blow connect, those of you who are close by, Kane, Maxis, you see this explosion of sort of needle-like spectral branches, and feel a little bit of a whoosh. All right. So that will bring us to...
Old man
I-
has tricks.
I feel a whoosh through the storm that's raging around me.
Yeah, maybe not. You know what? You are one with your storm, and this is not part
As-
of your storm. So yes, you sense it all the more.
Alright.
Mm.
Kane, you don't feel anything. There's just water slapping you in the face right now.
So
Stop. Stop. It's raining now. Ah.
yeah,
You're
all
welcome.
right. So Kruk, just a moment before the creature shimmers into appearance next to you, you sense it on the edge of your blind sight.
Ooh.
A giant... There's a giant thud as the creature lands on the ground right next to you. And then the rest of you see it as it shimmers out of invisibility and brings its massive claws down, or massive fists, if you will,
Aha! I knew it.
in Kruk's general direction.
With him appearing, could I now use my windstorm
So,
to yank it?
Alright, so these abilities all have kind of like conditions on them. Windstorm is when it starts in your secondary radius. You could, however, use Tremors to try to make it fall prone because it went into your radius.
Okay.
You could actually do that when it was at this point if you wanted to.
Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I mean, it might not help a whole hell of a
Well,
lot.
if it falls prone, it can't exactly attack.
That's true.
At least.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
can it?
what are these
Actually,
based off?
How does attacking from prone work?
You can. I think you attack.
I think
with
you can attack
disadvantage.
from prone, but
At
yeah,
disadvantage, I think something like that.
Yeah,
But
it'll have disadvantage on attack rolls.
I've seen it in MMA fighting, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be real though.
The math checks out, Casey.
All right, so do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, so that like will be
What?
your one for the turn.
Yeah, that's fine. What does
but-
that scale off of? I guess.
The same thing
AP.
as your lightning ability.
Okay, so wisdom.
I think it's actually con, if I remember.
Oh,
right.
is it my con? All right.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
can double
7.
check really quickly. But it's going to be 8 plus con plus proficiency.
So that's 17. No. Math 15. 15.
Okay. I'm just
Okay.
super quickly double checking because I've got it right here. I thought I had it right here. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Barbarian is before Bard in the alphabet. That's why. Yep, that's your con.
Okay, sick.
All right. So here is its saving throw. Ah, rip.
What a dick.
What a
Okay.
dick. All right, so it's gonna come over here, and
That's what she said.
it should have had. I forgot. It should have had plus 1d4 on that saving throw anyway because of the thing. Okay, so here is attack number 1. This is its bite attack. 22.
Completely would never hit ever.
So that is going to be 7 piercing damage.
Great.
And now 2 fist attacks. 19. Oh, whoops. Ignore that damage roll. It's actually 7 bludgeoning damage on fist number 1. And 12, I believe, misses.
Yes.
All right. Now. Do. We have more friends.
Yeah.
Charging out of a nearby door. Let me see. They're 30 feet. Alright. So I don't think that, yeah, they can't actually reach without dashing. So... You know what? Sure. They are going to... Oh wait, no, they have javelins. Alright. So, let me see here. So this one, 30 feet, will get it to...
He's wearing a spell cap and his poison amulet and his cape of armor class.
Alright, so
Nice.
this one's going to come up to here. And Kruk, congratulations. You are out in front of this combat, so it is going to throw a couple javelins your direction. Oh, that should have had +4, but it was crit fail anyway. Alright. And here is javelin number 2.
Anybody got some AoE?
22. So assuming that one hits, this is going to be... only that. 6 piercing damage. Alright, and I guess these 3 are gonna also try to get. Alright, so.
Oh shit, there's more on the top left.
One there.
I wasn't scrolled over enough.
Get there. And I guess I'll just get down to here. Alright. And
Oh, I'm muted. Would I see them all running out?
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do I see them all having javelins?
Yup.
Okay, instead of deflect missiles, I'd rather use some badassery.
So
To
you
deflect
did
all of their
already
missiles.
use
Okay.
deflect missiles.
I think what he's
Yeah.
saying is that
you already
like
used
he
your
used that
reaction.
I can use this round
What?
of combat.
not this round, Casey.
I haven't done it this round.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he did, but then he fought that lady with the fists.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
So instead of deflect missiles, if you're alright with me taking that back, I'd rather use the impenetrable iron tortoiseshell thing. Majinger. It's like a larger AoE deflect missiles to block all of the javelins.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. So the deflect missiles was when the hobgoblin captain came back out.
Yep.
And you've taken your turn since then, so you have your reaction back. So you don't need to
Yes.
like take. Oh, are you just saying? Okay, I'm not going to hold you to something like that close to the time you say it. You can always change your
Okay.
mind that quickly.
Yeah.
I just got confused because I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
why do you have to take anything back?
No.
Okay, so Iron Tortoiseshell.
So turtle stance.
No. Just earth bending a stone wall in front of me to
So let
block
me
all
see.
of the javelins instead of one.
So this ability works against an attack.
Okay.
So,
So
it's
it'd
not
be
going to be able
one.
to deflect all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're defending
So-
yourself, you may as well use deflect missiles.
Yeah, that seems like it's for other people.
Wait, is that
No, it
really
is for-
3 key points?
Yeah, it is for other people. But what I was envisioning in my head is that it would stay there, so it would be like a constant barrier. But
Yeah,
no big.
I
I'll deflect missiles
definitely get the flavor of it, but
Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries.
yeah, you know what? Make that 2 key points though. I think that's fine at 2.
I will catch it, stop the damage of the javelin, and then chuck it right back at the one that threw it at me.
Well, let's see. They're all attacking you. So
Oh.
here is javelin number 1. Okay, so javelin. Oh, I guess it should have had +4. But anyways, 16 hits. So yeah, so you are going to be reducing this one then, I guess.
Is that not the one up there, the 22?
Oh, you're reducing that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yep, you can throw it back. Are you throwing it back at the same guy who threw it at you then, or where are you, or
yeah.
what are you doing with it?
Yeah, I'm going to throw that one back.
Okay.
And
You
then-
do have an enemy in your face, so ranged attack will have disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine. So just a d20 twice.
Yeah, d20 plus strength plus proficiency, which I think is 7. So 1d20 plus 7 twice.
I'll just roll this then.
Okay. So that'll
miss. Okay.
Yeah, that'll miss. Okay. So all right. So then the next one. Let me see here. I was confused. I'll re-roll it. So
Miss.
10 will miss. 25.
We'll hit.
So that will be 8 damage. And final attack, is he within 30 feet? Yeah.
There's another one over there.
Yep. But 8 will miss. All right.
So I will deflect missiles again with another key point, but I can't throw it back.
You already
So-
spent your reaction, so you can't spend your reaction again.
The deflect missiles is not a reaction. To throw it is the reaction, but I can continuously catch.
Beginning of deflect missiles is starting at 3rd level. You can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile
what
in your by ranged weapon attack.
Okay, well I need to edit that thing because I didn't see that. Sorry, my bad. All right, you're good.
Yep, no problem. All right. So I'm going to quickly. Let me see. What are these guys doing? Honestly, probably hanging back. So yeah, we will leave off here with combat raging. This little skirmish with.
Wait, what did clerics do?
Hide.
Yeah.
They hid?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well.
Where?
I guess
where
they'll
are all-
dodge.
Kane
Where
will
are
remember that.
all of these guys in the
They do
terrain?
not have their supernatural powers right now.
Oh, right, they're Innys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kane doesn't care then. Well, no, Kane will remember that because
You know,
Kane's dumb.
They're
He
not
doesn't
really
care about
in this. They're not really in this with us.
You know, I was holding myself
They're
back.
kind of
I
hanging.
was-
They're kind of hanging back.
I was
that.
myself.
And on
That
that
was a
note,
good one. Good one.
we will leave off for the evening. I was gonna try to give it a dramatic thing, but you know what? Let's just leave off on that. Good night, stream.
Sprints are also solid. Bye, stream.